Good afternoon. Today I'd like to talk about a skill that I realize is not always used in therapy, but it's used in the framework that I use, which is called feminist framework. And it started off in the 60s in the US as feminist, but now it's more recognized as intersectionalist. And the skill I want to talk about is contextualizing. And basically what it's about acknowledging that people who go to therapy live within an environment, within a context. And I'm hoping that people who watch this will acknowledge that the way we hear about mental health is really individualistic. So it's this person has anxiety, this person has depression, while within the feminist framework, you talk about what is contributing to this person's mental health. And that's really talking about the world we live in. We live in a racist, sexist, oppressive world. There are a lot of inequalities. There are a lot of people who are marginalized, or even if they are not, there's so much pressure on how we should behave, on how we should do things. And this all plays up in how we feel about ourselves and in what is often diagnosed as anxiety or depression. I like to talk with my clients about what belongs to them, what doesn't belong to them, within, what's causing them to struggle, what belongs to this world, which is sending them signals that they're not good enough, or that they're not in the norm, and what can they do about it. And on this, I would just like to say, I just hate the word resilience, the way it's thrown around as so many people are like, this world is not going to change. You're going to still be experiencing bullying online, in workplaces, in schools. You're going to be victim of comments about the color of your skin or your gender, your sexuality. So you may toughen up, be more resilient. I just hate this wave of personal development, of just be stronger. Be stronger. Don't want to change the world around. In my approach, really, about contextualizing, it's about helping really people realize that not everyone is within their power, not everything is within their control, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't impact them. And so giving them the right to feel like, yeah, this is unfair. The world is not fair. The world is not perfect. That's what we have to live with. But giving the person the right to grieve for the lack of a world that would accept them for what they are, or that would value people's emotional needs, instead of just thinking we have to be strong and we have to be happy. So contextualizing, how does it look like in daily life? It's acknowledging that so many more things play up on people's minds, people's behaviors, than what we usually want to see. And that it's never as easy as just leave this person or just do it. So many things come into play. So really, it's all about being compassionate towards this person. And I'm not talking about, pity, of drowning in pity, like, oh, the world does this to me. No, but I'm going to be very honest, my clients, it's really, I've never seen someone who's drowning in self-pity. I've seen lots of people who struggle because they think they're not good enough. So contextualizing in this environment really helps people to feel less guilty about not being good enough. Talk to you next week.